Talking now with Shane Rothwell, and Shane is a good friend of BCIL and has been for many, many years, and he has a gripe and he wants to get it off his chest. And first thing, you're very welcome to the show.
Okay. I'm very grateful for this.
Very, very welcome. Now, we've heard a few stories about taxis. Some are good, some aren't. And you have a particular tale to tell. Do you want to tell us it?
I can't get one. It's all. I've had I have an excellent neighbour that's just very good to me.
Right.
And he doesn't even charge me, but I still can't get one if I want. If I want one, I can't get one.
Right. Now, I understand your neighbour's very good, and that's great for him. But that doesn't mean you can't get a taxi, or you shouldn't get a taxi.
Yeah.
Are you talking about taxis that you call up and they just don't turn up?
They just say we haven't got wheelchair taxi.
You haven't got? Okay.
Wheelchair taxi. And then if they do, you have to pre-book them, which I tried to do the other day.
Right.
To get up here, because I know BC are very good to me.
Yeah.
But I also know how busy it can be.
Yes. Now, you're talking about when you ring up, they say we don't have a wheelchair taxi?
Yeah.
Right. That's not good enough.
Yeah. And then it's just look, how can I get taxi? I rang 4 or 5 of them the other day and couldn't get one up here.
Are you talking about 4 or 5 different taxi companies?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's not good enough.
Yeah.
That's not looking after people with disabilities.
Yeah.
So,
Because they're all supposed to have a certain facility, aren't they, to cater for wheelchairs. Yeah.
What I want you to do, and I said this to Karen, if you ring up and they say we don't have one, take a note of it somewhere. You can do that, or whoever's with you.
Yeah.
Log it all, and we log Karen's as well, and we put it all together, and we bring it into the regulator.
Yeah.
Because that's the way you fix it.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to fix it. They don't want to fix it. That's been happening for years.
I'm not sure the regulator would know that they're not fixing it.
Yeah.
But the best way of doing it is to collect evidence and bring it to her, or him, whoever it is, right? Now, I understand you met a celebrity recently.
I just made news McDonald's with I kind of believe she's going to get well, I hope she gets when I don't look at you before.
But
I don't look at you.
You had a good long chat with her.
But that doesn't mean she's going to do anything.
Now, what about, did you see Simon Harris walking away from that girl?
I don't agree with that. And I also don't agree with. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
I also don't agree with the disability manager.
Yeah. Now, I'm telling you, whoever's with you, just get them to write it down when they don't have a wheelchair taxi. Write the number of the taxi company and the fact that they said they said they don't have a wheelchair taxi, right? Yeah. And when we get all that logged down and all the Karen's things logged down, then we'll take it from there. BCIL will take it from there.
Yeah.
Shane, thanks a million for coming on the show.
Thanks a million.
You're very kind.
For having me. And I just want to say again about BCIL. Yes, the very good what they do. And the very good for disabled people. Especially after everybody else. I just like to thank the whole hand for what they do for everybody. Because I don't think they get enough praise. Thanks very much.
You're very good, and thanks a million for saying that. That's very nice. And I promise you, if you bring all the evidence in, we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Shane, thanks for being on the show.
Okay.
Bye-bye. We're talking today with Karen Smith, and she has a hard time recently with taxis, and we've seen this issue very, very much with people with disabilities. You're very welcome to the show, Karen.
Thanks, John.
So tell us your experience with taxis.
Well, it was a recent one, actually.
Okay.
I had to go to the hospital and I had to get a taxi back to where I am. And the taxi shouldn't have charged me so much.
Okay.
It charged me €38 for a 7-minute journey.
Right.
From Connolly Hospital to Castleknock. And it was an absolute nightmare because I would understand if the taxi was waiting on me.
Yeah.
But I was waiting on the taxi. And especially at 6:30 in the morning, it should have been a good low price.
Yeah.
But it was €38.
Should have been less than 20.
Yeah.
Would you normally get taxis from there?
I would normally, yeah, and they're only about €15-20.
Yeah. So this is a bad man. I thought he'd take advantage.
Exactly.
Now we're seeing a bit of it's happening a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And it's overcharging, it's not turning up, all that kind of thing, and it's not good enough. So from today, what we'll do in BCIL is take a note of all these incidents.
Yeah.
If you're in a taxi and they're overcharging, have a look at the number and remember it and send it to us.
Yeah.
Are there not rules they're supposed to follow? Are there not guidelines about what they're supposed to charge?
I thought there was actually.
Yeah, you'd imagine there would be.
To be honest, Patrick.
Yeah.
But you see, it was actually the nursing home where I'm staying. It was on their bill, and yet I got an invoice for the money.
That's disgraceful.
Off the nursing home.
Yeah. They billed you.
Yeah, on top of what I owe for the nursing home.
No way.
Which is it was nearly over €2,000.
Right. So, in future, take a note of the number.
Yeah.
Get it written down and report it to somebody in here.
Yeah.
And they'll keep a log of all of the incidents, and then we go to the bosses.
Okay,
because
John.
there are bosses.
Yeah.
There would be some kind of a regulatory authority, wouldn't there, for taxis? Yeah.
There's a regulator.
Yeah.
Have you had any other incidents with taxis similar?
Yeah. The wrong taxis turning up.
All right.
Because I remember I was on the night out with you.
Yeah.
There was a taxi booked. I was actually missed the call. And then I booked a taxi in the hotel. The wrong taxi turned up.
And could it take you?
It couldn't take me because the ramp was actually too small.
Right. I know another guy who has the same problem because he has a bigger wheelchair, and not all of them can take him.
No,
so,
but...
Same for you.
Yeah.
That's disgraceful. And these are supposed to be regulated and built specifically to take wheelchairs.
Yeah, and with me having extra wheels on my chair, his ramp was too short.
That's awful. Any other incidents of taxis?
A few, like not being safe in taxis.
Okay.
The same thing with wheelchair taxis when I had another wheelchair. They weren't clamping me in properly.
Oh, no way.
And I didn't either. And I wouldn't feel nervous. I'd nearly fall.
Right.
At the door. Like if there was a step.
Yeah.
Like the way there's usually 2 steps. If there was a step and then another step, I'd normally be afraid my wheel would fall and get caught and I'd end up smacking my head off the window.
Yeah. That's disgraceful.
And they have no consideration either.
No.
For the safety of people with disabilities.
Yeah. And what about their driving? Is their driving generally okay?
Some of them can be a bit too fast.
Okay.
Some of them are okay. I've had a few bad experiences with fast drivers.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. My chair had been moving and stuff like that, and not clamping me in properly. And it's just not on, John. My safety should be paramount.
Of course it should be.
Anyone in a wheelchair, their safety should be paramount.
Is there supposed to be a special way of strapping you in to make sure that the chair doesn't move about while the journey is going on? Yeah.
Because if they haven't got the facilities or the acumen to look after their passengers, they shouldn't be on the roads.
No, yeah.
And I've actually had one experience. It was a wheelchair taxi in the shopping centre.
Okay.
And he had no ramps.
No ramp?
No ramp. He was a wheelchair taxi. He had no ramps in his car. So he refused to take me.
And tell me, is it just taxis that are the problem? Is it buses also?
No, I've had a few good experiences on buses.
Good.
Because some of the drivers have been very friendly. They've been helpful. Like telling people to move buggies and stuff like that.
Good.
If they're in the wheelchair spots. So I haven't had any problems with buses.
That's brilliant.
It's just taxis.
I know there were problems in the past, but that seems to have gone, and people who are driving buses seem to be more amenable to people with disabilities.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Taxis should be the same.
Of course they should.
Otherwise, they shouldn't be on the road.
But they have a responsibility for your safety when you drive with them.
Exactly, yeah.
And if you're in a wheelchair, they have responsibilities. And if they don't carry them out, let's report them and we try and do something about it.
Yeah.
But Karen, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Thanks for the opportunity, lads.